Good evening. I'm sorry to interrupt the banquet, but I'd like to take this time to celebrate someone whom, without, we would not be celebrating right now. It is his continued vision and service to the Lord that have had such an impact on the UTD and the CCCC campuses. As some of you may have guessed, this man is Brandon Worsham, or as some of you call, Master Pastor. Now, what some of you might not know is that Brandon Worsham has had a theme song long before the 4614 theme song production business has started. And it goes a little something like this.
Brandon Worsham, he's our pastor, skin as white as alabaster, preaching sermons, singing hymns, racquetball at the gym. Brandon Worsham, he's our pastor, skin as white as alabaster, preaching sermons, singing hymns, racquetball at the gym. We're disciple makers, you can be one too, 'cause saving God's planet is the thing to do. Hating and debating is not the way. Hear what Brandon Worsham has to say.
Christ's power is yours.
Over the years, Brandon has given us many memorable moments. He's given us someone to laugh with, and even at. His smiling face is something you can't easily forget.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do. Put a smile on your face, make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you gonna do, say what you gonna do. Put a smile on your face, make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Are you videoing?
You can say that I'm a dreamer and you think it's uncool, preaching about the better life I learned in school. But you get what you give in this life that we live, and all that you do will come back to you. Life, it ain't easy, it's so tough. It ain't easy. What you gonna do, say what you gonna do. Put a smile on your face, make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you gonna do, say what you gonna do. Put a smile on your face, make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
I wanted to give a few people the opportunity to share their favorite Brandon memories, as well as what Brandon has meant to them.
One more car story is that Dave Drayton, that used to go to church with us, his wife had a four-door little compact car, and Dave had asked Brandon to go somewhere with he and Beth, and so Brandon opens the front door and crawls in from the front seat to the back seat in a four-door car, and because he did not realize that it was a four-door car, and then he could have just entered through the back door.
Most memorable moment, I don't really have a most memorable moment. I've known Brandon for a long time, and I have an awful memory, he knows that. But I do have a lot of associations, and I associate crazy text messages to Brandon, such as that he was really excited that he could rent a mother at a library, actually meant movies. Or the time when he called me a half rent. I think he was trying to say that I needed to pay my half of the rent, but he phrased it and pay you half rent instead of your half rent.
Oh, one of my other favorite memories that I can't explain, but I just want Brandon to know that I think of it and laugh, is that bat dream that he had. And so if anyone wants to ask him about that, you probably should as soon as we're done here.
My memorable Brandon story, there were very, very many. Brandon was really fun when he was little. I guess would be when Kale was born, and so Brandon would have been 4. And so when we got home, I'm always throwing stuff in the bathtub for him to play with. And so they had sent this breast pump home with me from the hospital, so I threw it in the water because I thought he would like swish it, you know, and just have fun with all this. Well, I'm in there and I turn around and check on him, and I look and it's like stuck on his chin. It is like suction cupped on his chin. So So I'm like, oh my goodness, we have to get that off. So we get it off, and it's just this huge bruise, just purple. It looks so awful. So I'm putting like makeup on it and everything, because I mean, how bad is that to have people say, oh, what happened to you? Oh, I have a breast pump stuck on my chin. You know, it just doesn't sound good.
Hey, Brennan, I just had an awesome time this year hanging out with you and working out and all that stuff. And clearly we do a great job working out because of our, just tell by our bodies. But really, I guess we talk a lot about how the ministry reflects its leaders, and I can just see how much this ministry really reflects you, and just your heart for God and your heart for people, and just how much you go even out of your own way to help people, and you're always looking out for them and wanting what's best for them, even if it kind of hurts you or you have to sacrifice for it. And you know, it's just, this ministry is what it is because you've made it that, and you've showed all of us the right way to do it, and you've taken your time to really serve God and to love Him and to love us. And it's just made a huge impact in so many people's lives, and mine included. And I just wanted to thank you for all the hard work you put into it and your love for God.
Brandon, I just want to tell you how much I love you, and your friendship means the world to me, and I've known you a long time. It's just so incredible for me to see you living and walking the walk and talking the talk. In terms of Christian leadership and just being an example of what Jesus is to the world, you were the first person that comes to my mind. You know, I remember being around when Focus was 4, and just the frustrations and the heartaches that you guys went through. But you guys were faithful, and because you guys were faithful to God, I get to experience and be a part of something that's just amazing. It's like Eddie Howard was saying, you know, we have something very special here, and we need to be thankful for that. And I just want you to know how thankful I am for you, and just how faithful you are to God, and the love you have for Him.
Brandon has meant a lot. Brandon, you mean a lot to me, and it's weird to talk because you're not there, but you meant a lot to me. I wouldn't be where I was without you. Because of you, I'm better off with my relationship with God. You introduced me to one of my best friends in the whole world, Leah, and I wouldn't have met Andrew at church if you hadn't been here, because I probably wouldn't have stayed. So I love you a lot, and thanks for all you've done.
Brandon, you just really have been one of my my best friends these past 4 years. I met you, I guess really it was my senior year of high school that I first kind of met you, but I just got to study with you my freshman year here, and you taught me a lot about ministry and about Christ and about what it means to really be a disciple of Christ. And more than that, I feel like you really showed me what it means to be a true friend, and to be someone who's there when, you know, times are tough, and, you know, challenges, you know, to really grow closer to Christ and to keep moving forward. And you just have been one of my my best friends, you know, these past few years. And I really I'm thankful for that, because it really has had a big impact on my life, and who I've you know, who I'm wanting to become. And you know, you've taught me how to have vision for myself, and to you know, really, you know, try to have vision for other people around me, and what it means to you know, to love Christ. And I really appreciate our friendship a whole lot. Thank you.
I think one of the best things I got out of studying with you last year was you constantly challenging my opinions and pushing me to just think further, which is one thing that I wanted to do, and I guess I never made myself do it. But I really appreciated that, and it was one thing you did whether I wanted you to or not, whether I appreciated it or not, and I guess coming back to it now, I do appreciate that. So I guess that's what I have to say.
And I think the special thing about Brandon is just, he was the most wonderful child. I'll try not to cry. I knew from a very early age that God had something really special that He was going to do with him. I knew that there was really a God deal there. And I knew that, as I did with all the kids, that I really couldn't raise him by myself or by my own wisdom. And that I always prayed, you know, God, you just raise him in spite of me, because I won't be able to do it the way that you need it done. And I look at him now, and I know that God answered that prayer, and I can look at his life and know that those feelings that I had were from God, and that he really does have great plans for Brandon's life. Because I just look at so many people that he's touched and loved, and I just love his spirit so much. I love that he's fun and crazy and happy and supremely intelligent. And I can remember when he was in high school, and one of the teachers said something that she, when she first met Brandon, that she thought he was really stupid because because he had such a fun sense of humor. And I think most people with his high IQ are very stuffy people. So I just love Brandon with all my heart. I think he's just so wonderful. And I just feel the greatest blessing in the world that God chose me to be his mom and watch out for him. So I love you, baby.
Before I leave, I wanted to show you something that many of you probably don't know about Brandon. Brandon is an excellent dancer. He's got the moves.